What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. Normally, I come on here and say we have our normal team here for whatever day it is, but we have a very special guest with us today. We have Pick'em Nick, who is here with us today. Nick, how are you today,
brother? How's it going, guys? I'm glad to be on. Glad to talk sports with some like people like me, and we're just gonna, chop it up.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. We're happy to have you on. Super pumped. Excited to hear your breakdowns. Jefe, I guess we're excited to have you, and we have to say that every day, right? Jefe, how are you, brother?
Living the dream.
Wow. Fire. I love the enthusiasm. You're coming in hot. Over to JD, my brother. Another fresh hat as always. How are you today, my guy? We doing, but no one told me we doing like the backwards thing. No one told me that. I wasn't prepared for this, but no one told me. JD, how are you today, bro?
Doing good, man. It is Friday. I'm glad it's Friday. This has been a very busy week. So yeah, definitely excited to be on here to talk some football. Also, just so you know, Alpha, as far as our comments, I had to take them off the screen because they were covering up Nick's face.
Good to know.
So yeah, if we have comments we want on the screen, we have to manually put them up. So just want to let you know that.
We have a lot. All the boys are here. Everyone's showing up early. J-Bo's here as well. Benjamin is here. YouTube chat's absolutely firing. Guys, I'm excited to get into the slate today. I'm excited to go over the games. But before we do, there's something that we do on this show every single day. And that's go over our recaps. You guys ready to dive into the Thursday recap?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Ooh, a little new graphic looking fresh, JD. I love it. Thursday recap on a Friday at noon. Jefe, we're going to start with you. How did you do yesterday, brother?
Guys, scared to let this out. Crushed that Thursday night football game. Crushed it. Josh Jacobs over 77.5 was POD. I think he ended up with low 80s. Told you Tucker Kraft was going to get a touchdown. He's looking like a tight end one. Took the Packers as part of a parlay. Honestly, score wasn't even indicative of how
they dominated that game. Packers are really good. And that's really it. We had a good night last night in football. Hope that carries us over to Sunday. Hell yeah, we love that. JD, how'd you do yesterday, brother?
It was not a good night, all because of Matt Gay.
Sure.
Literally, as far as the field goal prop, missed because he missed field goals, and that also meant that my over did not hit because there was 3 missed field goals, and I believe 2 of those doinked.
Yep, you got the double doink.
Yeah, so yeah, man, it was a not the best night, and that game, just not to get too far ahead of us, but that game was not nearly the game that we thought it was going to be.
I'm going to be honest, though, JD. I did think it was going to be that way. And I am going to toot my own horn here. Only because this was my preseason Super Bowl pick. When a lot of people did not see the Packers as this kind of team being this good this early in the year. But what did I say on the show yesterday? This game, this team, and championships are all what happens in the trenches. And what do the Packers do better than maybe anyone, especially on the defensive side of the ball? They had they had the quarterback of Washington. How am I slipping up on his name? Jaden Daniels. Jesus Christ. Looking like an absolutely subpar quarterback. I have never seen him look how he did last night. Also, Terry McLaurin, where are you? Where are your legs? Everyone talked about Deebo Samuel being slow, being chubby in the offseason. Well, Terry looks like he's moving slower than me if I was out there. So, very interesting game there. JD, any other takeaways you had from that game yesterday?
Yeah, just kind of like we said, man, Jaden, he looked lost, especially in that first half, man. Yeah. Did it look like this to any of y'all? But whenever they hiked the ball, like it looked like the hike was weird and was like slow. And like it looked like by the time Jaden Daniels got the ball in his hands, like the guys were already halfway there to him. Like,
see, I didn't notice it like that, but I did notice that within a second and a half, they were in the backfield pushing him and making him roll out every single play. Thomas is putting in here sophomore regression. I don't know if I would consider it sophomore regression, or is the Packers defensive line that good? Even their corners, their safeties, guys that haven't been stars in this league, their second corner, their second safety, they were all over the field last night making big-time plays. That defense, to me, may be the best in the NFL. A big surprise with how good they are. I expected that defense to be good, but not to the level of what we saw last night and really what we saw against the Lions. JD, what do you think of the defense of the Packers?
Yeah, I think I'm impressed with actually that the very most here. Love had a good game. He definitely missed a couple throws. One was in the end zone there where he just underthrew that guy so bad.
So
that
badly.
That should have been such an easy touchdown there. But overall, like he definitely did it. But no, man, the defense, I mean, Parsons, I've like said it. I came on here, obviously I'm a big Parsons fan.
Yep. Absolutely.
I didn't think just adding that one piece would make, that big of a difference, but he has that team fully bought in. And they're playing their asses off, man.
Yeah.
So I wasn't that high on the Packers as far as a big upgrade. But so far, the first actually 2 games of the season, they have proven me wrong. This team looks very good.
They really do. They really do. I'll jump in here next. I'm going to go to Nick about his recap. So for me, my play of the day was the Packers -3. That was really a no-sweat win there. We were very happy about that. In MLB, we had an absolutely massive day as well, so we're looking to continue that. I believe, as a whole, the Alpha VIP last night won 3.5 units, so it was a very big day for us. Let's build on that and dominate the weekend slate. Nick, over to you, brother. How'd you do yesterday? What'd you think of the game?
I had a so-and-so day. We hit the Deebo Samuel anytime touchdown at the end, thankfully.
Nice hit.
And then I parlayed Josh Jacobs. I had 60 yards with Terry McLaurin 50 yards. Terry finished at 48. It's kind of a tough beat. So we didn't hit that one. So we kind of went 1 for 1 on that. I didn't go too crazy on the Thursday night game, only because there's still a lot of information, I feel like, to find out about these teams. It's still very early, quick turnaround on week 1. It wasn't really good enough read, I feel like, with the Lions game with the Packers and especially the Giants versus the Commanders. So I kind of played it light to see what I'm looking at. I don't mind the McLaurin losing. I feel like he's still going to hit those lines. It might even be better going down the stretch because he's only going to get better.
Absolutely.
So I feel like my reads are there. It's getting on point. It's an unfortunate beat where he fell at 48, where I need him at 50.
Right. Absolutely. Jefe, I got to give you credit as well. I'll give the mic over to you before we get into the weekend NFL slate. But what have you been the one saying about Terry McLaurin? I have to give you credit because you were one of the few people that have said, stay away from him for the first 4 weeks, I believe is what you said. So go over what you've been saying, Jefe, because it looks like you've been pretty accurate with that.
Yeah, man. I got a few examples of players like that. It's really just the tale as old as time. Unless you're 5+, 10+ years with your quarterback as a wide receiver, timing is everything and rhythm is everything. And they had no time this offseason, no rhythm. Terry McLaurin was a hold-in. He didn't practice, never put on pads. He obviously also is not in game shape because he probably was just not working out, not doing stuff in pads, maybe just running drills in, day-to-day clothes. That's going to show in real game speed, real game time. He'll be fine. He's a great wide receiver, and I think it'll take 2, 3, 4 weeks. He'll be there, but it's officially how I officially am looking at Terry McLaurin, how I look at a baseball team that's a good baseball team that's on a losing streak. So you show me you could win, not taking it.
I agree. Do you guys think Terry's overpaid? I think after 2 weeks, you can't say that yet. He's been absolutely fantastic the last couple of years. I do think he will kind of live up to that contract, but it's going to take a couple games, I believe. Yeah, and I don't mind you taking that. I don't mind you taking that play on 50 because that's so much lower than he's normally at. So I think you read that well. Just an unfortunate beat there.
Yeah, and they're probably still, they changed the playbook up with Deebo, so they're still probably trying to learn how to play with each other. New players coming in and out. So I agree with Jefe. It is going to take some time. I tried to see if I could find it, but I think I'm going to join the Jefe and wait a couple more weeks on McLaurin on that one.
Yeah, I think that's the best move. I think we learned that yesterday, right? He's not going to be fully Terry McLaurin till he gets a full kind of preseason workload in. We learned that last night. So, gentlemen, that's going to do it for the weekend recap. Are you ready to dive into our first Sunday game of the week?
For sure.
Let's do it. Before we do, we're transitioning right into the NFL. And the first game we're breaking down is going to be the New York Giants going to Dallas and taking on those Cowboys. Giants, do we need to talk about their week 1 game? I talked about it ad nauseum on Monday and Tuesday, to be honest with you guys. The Giants were an absolute disaster. This line is weird. That's the only thing I could say about this. It's moving towards the Giants as well. It's 5.5 on some books. It's 4.5 on other books. And it doesn't really make sense when this opened at a 6.5 point line. Jefe, I'm going to start with you. We also have a lot of injury news to go over in this one. But what do you like about this game before I break down the current injury news that we have?
What I like about this game is simple. I like the fact that the Cowboys are playing the Giants, and I'm not even going to waste a single minute of anybody's time. And I pray to everything that nobody here is taking the Giants for anything, not even in a teaser, not even in a 14-point teaser. Lay off. Don't do it. I'm taking the Cowboys here minus 5.5. I'm also going to put the Cowboys as my survivor. I'm also going to put the Cowboys in a bunch of parlays, some lottos, some two-teamers. Cowboys-Bills is a fantastic option for this weekend in a two-teamer. But in all seriousness, here's what I saw out of a Dallas team in week 1. I saw a team that offense looked like it could be something. I think the presence of Pickens gives the ability for CD to get a lot more one-on-ones. And even though he had one really bad drop, one would have been one of the more spectacular catches we've ever seen, but we expect him to make it. In week 1, I saw a video, how real, I don't know, of him going right to the jug machine the next day and working out like on empty fields. Obviously, he's pissed about that, and I actually believe he is. Do I think Javonte Williams is going to be what Javonte Williams was in week 1 for the rest of the season? I do not. But in this game, Cowboys are better offensively than the Giants. That's without a doubt. On the defensive side, it's not even that the Cowboys are good enough. To me, the Giants are probably the worst offense in the league. Yeah, I'm going to put them below Miami because I think Miami was a fluke last week, and I think New Orleans looked better than them. Russell Wilson can't move in the pocket at all. Can't create one single thing. Can't do anything other than the occasional bomb throw, and it has to be the perfect scenario.
He missed all of week 1 as well.
Yeah. Running back, non-existent. No Andrew Thomas, no running room. Wide receivers, it's Malik Nabers is great. Hard to catch a ball and you're being double teamed on the top and the bottom and in the middle as well. And we don't have anybody else. Wandale Robinson.
And I have some news on that. As well. So, I mean, that's a good kind of transition point for me to jump in with the injuries. Let me pull up the exact injury report from Dan Duggan from The Athletic. He just posted it directly after the Giants practice today. And here is what it is. Scrolling. There we go. Giants injury report. Did not participate. Micah McFadden, he's going to be out for the year. Don't know why he's on the list. And Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, another backup linebacker that they are going to need. Now, here's the big news. The guys that were limited that we don't expect to play. Darius Slayton. The Giants did sign yesterday Gibson, a wide receiver from the Jets, indicating that Slayton is not going to be able to go in this game. That's a big loss for this team. He has a groin issue, has not been able to practice. Another injury on the list, Wandale Robinson. Wandale Robinson is looking like he's not going to be able to play either. He's doubtful at the moment with an ankle injury. He got hurt as the Giants' starting slot receiver on a kickoff blocking. He's the second kick returner at 5'7" and was utilized in a blocking role and got injured on special teams. That's on coaching. Sorry, not sorry. That's just ridiculous for this Giants team. And the big one, one of the best left tackles in football when he actually plays is Andrew Thomas. And guess what? He still has not practiced in pads since last week. If he has not practiced in pads, it's Friday. It's Friday. Andrew Thomas will not play in this game. So the Giants won't have their only good offensive lineman. They're going to be missing 2 of their critical receivers, and they're also missing their best linebacker, and their backup linebacker did not practice. Also, defensive interior lineman Rakeem Nunez-Roches also hasn't been practicing, and the Giants may have the worst run defense in the NFL. So the injuries to me are a major factor in this one, Jefe. So back over to you. Does that do anything for you in terms of props, in terms of maybe an alt line for the Cowboys? Because it doesn't make sense that the line keeps going to the Giants when the Giants keep consistently getting bad news about their best players. So what are your thoughts on that?
At the end of the day, it's still a divisional game. At the end of the day, I don't think anybody saw in week 1 the Cowboys look amazing.
That's true.
So this line is right to me. I think this is the last time in these types of matchups you'll get a Cowboys under a touchdown. I'm being serious. There's not one prop I would take on the Giants side. I'm not even saying
I agree.
That a joke. Like,
there's a prop I love in this game, but it's on the Cowboys side. Obviously.
I'm being honest with you. I think CeeDee Lamb absolutely torches the secondary, torches them. I think they're going to be forced to double team him heavy and often. Pickens should have a solid game, but I really like the Jake Ferguson's matchups here in this one. I'm taking him at an anytime touchdown.
JD, this is nuts. All this morning.
We just talked about it, and it was 5.5. They're all on DraftKings right before the show.
5 minutes before the show, because we had the line 5.5. I went to JD, said, I'm seeing 4.5 everywhere. And then he goes, take a look at FanDuel, look at DraftKings. Yeah, they were also at 5.5, but we saw that it was moving. So if you like the Giants, take it now, which is very odd, but I don't think anyone on this panel is going to recommend the Giants. I could be wrong.
I don't even understand.
That's why something is fishy. This is a very weird line because the Giants are losing critical players at almost every position right now. But the line is still going towards the Giants. Andrew Thomas was expected to play in this game when the line opened. They thought he would make his season debut. Now he's not. Wan'Dale Robinson was supposed to play. Now it looks like he's not. Darius Slayton can confirm 99%. He's now not going to play, which was unexpected. So how are all these key players being ruled out, essentially, and the line still going towards the Giants? It's very odd. It's very odd. JD, I'm going to throw it over to you. What do you think about the line movement? What do you think about this game? And what are you looking at in props for this game as well?
Yeah, the line movement is starting to I don't know if scare me is the right word.
That's the right word. No, that's the right word. It makes you a little hesitant, right?
Definitely. But damn, it just got cold in here, guys.
Here we go. Okay.
But yeah, guys, this is to me, besides the line movement here, guys, this is a Cowboys spot. As far as an upgrade off of actually week one, the Cowboys was one of the teams that I definitely upgraded the most because their actual offense did look very good. Dak, he actually looked very good. And then as far as downgrades, I thought the Saints were going to be my lowest rated team for actually most of the year. I have to say that after week one, the Saints have already moved out of that place. They are not currently in last place. I do have the Giants there now. The Giants, the Saints, and then the Panthers, they're like all right there. Like, as far as my numbers, like they're all very close. But they're all right there. As far as the Commanders, it's very interesting that we are talking about this after the game last night because we saw the Commanders and then Giants game, and then we saw the Commanders just look horrible actually last night. I mean, actually, as far as this Packers team, I mean, yes, they are very good, but they made the Commanders, especially that offense, just not look good at all. For me, I mean, I mean, like Jefe really actually said it all. As far as on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, the Cowboys have a very clear edge there. The Giants' defense, they weren't as good as I thought they were going to be in actually week one. So I'm kind of I'm kind of interested to see what that looks like here in actually week two, because I did expect that to be the best part of that team.
Same.
But the offense just obviously could not get anything going whatsoever. Which after Nick goes, I think we have to bring the question up is when we're going to see this change. But yeah, guys, for me, this is a Cowboys spot. I sent in the group chat last night. I made a bet of Cowboys minus 13. Got that at plus like 295 or something like that. As far as an actual parlay piece, I definitely like them there also. It just kind of scares me now that everybody is on the Cowboys and the line is moving the way it is, and especially with all the Giants news that we're getting is definitely not good things. But yeah, Survivor pick. I mean, like I actually know, like in most Survivor pools, they are one of the most picked teams.
That's Jefe's pick. Jefe already gave that out, Raj, and welcome to the show. I appreciate you tuning in, brother.
I mean, it's I mean, like I've already made my bets here. But yeah, the line movement is definitely interesting, and I'm not really sure what to make of it.
That's what's lowering my units on this game. Before I go, we got to get our guest, Pick'em Nick, on his first breakdown of the day. What do you like in this one, brother?
I'm with you guys. This might be the freest money or some bait.
Right?
Yeah.
Everything.
Breaking news. Deron Bland just ruled out for this game. Deron
I
Bland
yeah.
just
Well,
ruled
he was
out.
supposed to be out. I mean,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
officially he has been just ruled out. So do you want to get that in there as it is with this game?
well, as far as the line moves, that makes sense for the line.
Yes, exactly. I don't know, though. I don't know if I'd give him like a 1.5, 2 points for having Deron Bland. So, but at the same time, it makes a little more sense, right?
Yeah.
Back to you, Nick. I apologize for that.
So as I looked at the line, I'm like, this makes no sense. The Cowboys should be at least a touchdown favorite. I'm trying to break it down. I'm looking at it, and then I was like, all right. So the Giants, I guess, weakness of the defense is the rush, and the Cowboys. Do you know if we have a running game or not? I don't know. We didn't really learn too much in that Eagles game as far as I guess the Cowboys rush offense. Yeah, Javonte Williams scored 2 touchdowns, but it was at the goal line, so it's not, anything special. And the strength of the Cowboys is the pass game. I guess the Giants defense, if there's a strength, would be kind of towards the pass game. And that's I guess this is where Vegas is getting that line. I'm all over the Cowboys. I love the George Pickens prop here. I'm looking at FanDuel. I believe they have it at 56.5 now. Give me 1 second. 54.5. I think
Even
George
better.
Pickens even better. I think George Pickens gonna have a big game here. They're gonna, utilize him. I keep looking back at that one play where Terry had in the sideline against the Giants. I feel like that's made for a George Pickens route, and they're gonna exploit that a lot. The Cowboys will exploit that a lot more.
Absolutely.
That back, I feel like George Pickens is going to score a touchdown here, and he's going to, go over his pop line. I know everyone's on CD here, but I feel like CD could be more of a decoy and we could get Pickens, some more touches this game.
Especially with the Giants only having one quality corner in Paulson Adebo. Paulson Adebo will probably be the guy on CD. So if you have to attack the Giants' secondary corners, let me tell you who the Giants' secondary corner is right now. Cordero Flott, I believe he was a 6th rounder a couple of years ago, and Deonte Banks, the 1st rounder the Giants traded up for a few years ago, has been relegated to CB3. So the Giants, after Paulson Adebo, really struggle in the secondary. Also, the Giants had a massive free agent signing in Javon Holland, the safety. They're giving him over $15 million a year. PFF graded him with a 41 out of 100. So, hopefully it's up for here from him, but pretty bad performance from the Giants secondary outside of Paulson Adebo, who did do a good job of shutting down Terry McLaurin. That also was maybe Terry was off.
And just thinking back towards that Cowboys-Eagles game, a lot of the Jalen Hurts made a lot of scramble plays to get the first down. I don't see Russell Wilson doing the same. That's why this line makes 0 sense to me. As a bettor, you're like, what the heck?
Exactly. It's alarming, right? When you look and you see this line, because I think all of us are in the same boat, right? You think the Cowboys should be a touchdown favorite. If I look at this game without any information, knowing the injuries, knowing how week 1 went, I would put the Cowboys at a -7, 7.5. That would be the line I would put on this game. And because we're getting a full 3 points lower with the Cowboys being home, it's just weird. It's just weird, right?
I do have to say, as far as the look-ahead line here, was Cowboys -3 in the hook. So it has gone up from that.
But it opened at 6.5.
Well, it's been open for weeks, but I mean,
true.
Yeah. But actually, yes, as soon as last week's games were actually done, yes, it actually opened up at 6.5.
Yeah, and especially the way the Commanders looked last night, I feel like that kind of solidified me liking the Cowboys, because I didn't like the Commanders, and the Giants kind of, I guess limited their offense a little bit. They didn't look too well. Yeah, it's the first game, but I used that as like a tool to see where I was.
100%. I was texting my group chat, a bunch of Giants fans last night saying, we are pathetic. Watching this game right now, how did the Giants allow the Commanders to do this to them when we're seeing what's happening with them in that game? Let me dive into my picks here next, guys. I am going to be on the Cowboys on whatever the spread is when it gets closer. Because it's moving towards the Giants, probably going to wait a little bit more. If we can get an even better line, that would be fantastic. One play I really love on this game, I absolutely love, is going to be Javonte Williams anytime touchdown. The Giants have the worst run defense in the league, and couldn't be any more apparent than last week against the Commanders. That was the big issue with this team coming into the year. They spent a lot of money solidifying the back end, which may not have worked, but that's where they addressed and spent their money and their needs. And in the front end of the offense or of the defensive line, they got pass rushers. They have a ton of pass rushers. Great on passing downs. Against the run, this team was terrible last year, and they look like they're going to be even worse this year. So for me, I am going to be taking Javonte Williams anytime touchdown at -115. I do think this should be significantly higher. When they get down in the red zone, you know what the Giants love to do? Commit pass interference in the end zone. You know who's not doing the tush push? Dak Prescott. But you know who's going to get the ball? Javonte Williams. And I do think he finds the end zone at least once. I'm also going to be sprinkling on him to score 2+ touchdowns in this game. The odds for that are currently +550. I think that's the best 2 touchdown in this game. One of the best 2 touchdowns you can probably find on the Sunday slate. So all the boys here are on the Cowboys, and we have a few other props sprinkled around. Before we move on to the next game, our guy, Mason Moody, is asking, are we starting Pickens, T-Mac, or Trey Henderson in PPR fantasy? Jefe, we'll start with you because you're our resident fantasy guru here, even though you lose to me all the time.
I like Pickens.
I would go Pickens as well.
Definitely
JD?
not Henderson. Definitely not Henderson.
JD?
Pass. I am not the top guy for that. So.
All right, JD also says Pickens with me and Jefe. Nick, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pickens on this one. I think that's the safest one, and might has the most highest ceiling because again, I'm on the Pickens prop anyway, so I think he could explode this game.
There we go. All right, gentlemen, you ready to roll to the second game of the week?
Let's do it.
Let's get it. Next game we're going to be breaking down is the Buffalo Bills going to New York and taking on those Jets. Interesting line here as well, to be honest with you. This one opened at a 7.5. Let's get to current line on FanDuel. With how much things have been moving today, it's been very interesting. Still at 6.5. Bills are favored by 6.5. We all know what happened in the Bills' first game. Unbelievable game. I don't want to look. There's something in the comments. JD's laughing. I'll look after I intro this game. But the Bills had an unbelievable opening week 1 win over the Ravens. We all saw that instant classic. On the other side, the Jets look pretty good. The Jets had a pretty good opening game. Justin Fields looked like the real deal. Their defense kind of let them down a little bit at the end. But the main issue the Jets had was the kickoff fumble by Gibson. Well, let me remind you guys, Gibson was released and signed to the Giants active roster this week. So Gibson's not there to mess it up this week. Jefe, you are our resident Bills aficionado. You know the Bills better than most people I know. What do you like in this game?
Bills. That's what I like this game. Bills are my favorite teaser piece in everything. I tease them with the Packers. We got 1/2 already set, so we can. I'm sorry, money line with the Packers, and we can just get it over with a win here. I also like the Bills tease with the Cowboys. I actually think this might be closer than people think. I really like Justin Fields anytime touchdown in this. I do think the Bills are susceptible to the rush, and I think that'll be the Jets' game plan. Win the ball possession battle. Keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands for as long as you humanly can, because Josh Allen's going to torch that defense. He just frankly is. But on the opposite side, not impressed with Bills' defense whatsoever. Do I think they can win this game by a touchdown? Sure. Am I going to take the Bills 6.5 like I'm confident in the Cowboys 4.5, 5.5, whatever it is? No. To me, this is a teaser piece. I think the Bills win this game. I can see the Jets covering. It's going to come down to one thing and one thing only, because it came down to last week. Which team is going to make the least mistakes? And the Bills never let the Bills beat them. The Jets always let the Jets beat them.
The Jets are always going to jet, right? We saw what happened last week. They fumbled the punt. They would have won that game, or the kickoff. They would have won that game if they didn't fumble the kickoff. I'm very confident about that. Nick, let's go to you for this one. Let's go to you second. We got the Bills. We got the Jets. Any props you like in here? A side total?
Yeah. I like the under 47.5 here. It says 46 over here, but FanDuel has it at 47.5.
Okay.
I think, like he said, Bills. Everyone knows Josh Allen. He looks like the real deal, ice cold. What we saw in that fourth quarter. He looks real ice cold. Like, don't put the ball in his hands. Pat Mahomes he's going to score when it comes down to it. I think the best defense is to keep the ball out of his hands. What the Jets like to do, they're going to run the ball. They're going to kill the clock. I think this will be their game plan. I think this could lead to a under 47.5 here.
There we go. Let's see this one stay low. I'll go here next, and we'll get to JD. Before we get into any props, this game is one of the legs of my parlay of the week. Buffalo Bills on the money line. I'm not super confident in the spread. Not super confident in the 6.5. I do think it's a lot of points here, but I am very confident that the Bills will get the win over the New York Jets. We've all seen what happened last weekend. The Bills had their backs up against the wall. Doesn't matter how many points they're down. Doesn't matter how much time's left. They are always in the game when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen and the playmakers they have on the offensive side of the ball. The defense does well enough that keeps them in the games, and the offense is arguably, probably not arguably, a top 3 offense in the league with Josh Allen under center. I'm taking the Bills on the money line. I'm parlaying that with the Cincinnati Bengals. We're taking the Bengals on the money line as well. You can get the parlay at a plus 110 odds. That's exactly what I'm going with for my favorite parlay of the weekend. JD, before we dive into a couple props, what do you like in this one?
Man, last week, man, the Bills killed me, man.
Me too. I was also on the Ravens.
As everybody knows, last week the Ravens were my big play. And that was just a crazy last few minutes of that game, especially what started it. That actually 4th and 2 play where the pass got tipped and then just happened to go right to the Bills player. That started off, but it was still, I can't just blame it all on crazy luck. I mean, the Ravens fucked up. I mean, like, you know,
Derrick Henry blew the
Derrick
game.
Henry fumbled.
Let's be honest.
Then they just ran the ball 3 times and then punted. And as soon as they punted, I was like,
You knew immediately when they did that.
Yeah.
Yep. I was in the same boat.
But I will have to say, I mean, as far as my read on the Bills, I still think it was good. Their defense, like I said, is just they're going to have problems there, especially with who they have on the field right now. Sorry, Craig.
I was laughing at that as well.
Yeah.
No Ed Oliver for the Bills is a pretty big deal for the defense.
I agree. Great. A little injury update from Jefe. We don't get that often. Let's go.
You know, so apparently the Ravens is as actually far as their team total over was actually like apparently the actual play. But anyway, moving on here. Their defense, I really do think that they're going to have trouble with teams. And as far as the Jets, man, and Fields, they actually looked good.
They did.
You know, I'm interested to see if they still look that good. I'm not going to get into the whole Steelers thing because everybody hated on me last year because I thought the Steelers defense was not as good as most people thought. Now they came out here and did that in week 1. Not even going to get into that because all the Steelers fans do not like me because of that.
That is very true.
But anyway, so as far as both of these games last week, both had a ton of points. They both went over big time. I do not think this game is going to be like that. I don't think it's going to be scoring like crazy like that. But this number, I'm actually on the other side of Nick here. I do think that this number is actually off because at some books you can still get the 46 and a half here. I think that has to be a 49. Like I really do. So as far as just a numbers play for actually me, this is what this is. And then just obviously going off the eye test too for like me. The the Bills are going to be able to score points. Like we just know that. They will be able to put up points. But the problem is I think they're going to allow points also. I definitely lean to the Jets side. If actually this was a 7, I would definitely bet that. It's also a tough spot for the Bills coming off of that big behind win. So, as far as the Bills side, there's no way that I could lay this. But as far as my official play here is going to be on the over.
All right. Any props you guys like in this game? JD, I'll start with you. We'll go around the board. Anything you've looked at, anything you like so far that screams to you, maybe a touchdown score?
Pull it up real quick here.
Jefe, get your prop ready as well. Nick, if you haven't given any, let's see if we could find one to give the people. But I'll go here while JD's pulling it up. I love Josh Allen to find the end zone. You guys know this is a pretty frequent bet of mine. If you've watched the show over the last 2 years, Josh Allen to get a rushing touchdown has been straight cash, homie. Straight cash, homie. I will be taking it in this game as well. You can currently get Josh Allen to score anytime touchdown at minus 145. It's exactly what I'm playing. It will be a 1-unit play on my card for the weekend. JD, back over to you. Anything you found?
For me, as far as a touchdown, man, I really think I actually like Breece Hall.
Man, how good did he look? I was shocked
with
how good he looked in week 1.
Last week, they like really found something there. Just as far as the whole like offense, I mean, they really found it all there. So, like I said, I'm very interested to see if they can do that again. And if they do anything like that again, if they can play this well, then this total is going to fly over. You can get a Breece Hall touchdown, anytime touchdown right now. It looks like plus 125. And
Uh-oh. Was it me? Or is it JD?
I'm here.
Oh, we got you back, JD. We had full robot mode for a moment right as you gave out the bet. So give it one more time. We got you back.
Yeah. Give me actually Brees Hall. You can actually get him now at currently plus 125.
There we go. I love that play. And man, one more thing I want to add on this game before we go to Jefe and Nick to wrap this one up. Look how smart it is when you have a shaky offensive line to put a fucking mobile quarterback back there. Why is that so hard for half the league to figure out? I'm looking at you, New York Giants. Let's keep Russell Wilson back there behind the worst offensive line in the history of football. Jefe, props. What do you got?
Justin Fields over rushing yards, 43.5. I like
that.
Justin Fields anytime touchdown as well. I think it's like a plus 185. Over on the Bills side, I like James Cook to find the end zone. I like Dalton Kincaid to find the end zone. And I like James Cook rush receiving combo. I want to also take Keon Coleman because I do think he did have a coming out game in week 1.
He looked good. He looked good in week 1.
I need to see it again. That touchdown was a fluke, quite honestly. So I'm not counting that. Other than that, they were in pass mode heavy in that second half. I don't know if that's going to be this type of game, so I'm hesitant to take a wide receiver. Because also, we haven't even mentioned his name. Garrett Wilson looked phenomenal.
Until he blew the game. Until he dropped the 4th down, which literally lost them the game.
He didn't drop it. He dropped
it. He got hit hard.
He dropped it. Catch the ball. If that was Malik Neighbors in the same situation, would you feel the same way? Do you expect Neighbors to catch that ball? I do.
No, Jalen Ramsey timed that up perfectly.
Catch the ball, know where your defenders are, have a little bit better field awareness. You know,
he didn't lose the game. You damn know that.
He didn't lose the game, but he didn't keep it rolling for them. You need to make that play in a crucial moment. I will stand by that. Nick, over to you. Any more props on this game before we roll?
Yeah, he said my first one, which was the Justin Fields over rushing. I think the Jets' game plan is to run the ball and continue to run the ball and kill the clock, limit Josh Allen's touches. With that being said, I do like Braylon Allen touchdown here. If they get to the end zone, goal line, they're going to put him in. He's a big back, easy touchdown. I am interested in to continue to see the Justin Fields Garrett Wilson connection. I don't know if I want to take the over here, but it's just something I want to keep my eye on because I just keep looking back to when Justin Fields had DJ Moore. He would literally just spam him the ball. He would score a couple of touchdowns. Flipping over to the Bills side, I think Josh Allen runs one in. I think he gets one in, and I do like James Cook over rushing.
There we go. Love it. All right, boys, you ready to move on to our marquee game of the week, the game of the week I think we all can agree on. And I think we have a lot of different opinions on this one. So let's dive right in to the Eagles going to Kansas City, taking on those Chiefs. We all know the storylines in this game as well. Chiefs 0-1. We haven't seen that in a while, I believe. And we're also looking at them as an underdog at home for only the second time, I believe, in Patrick Mahomes' career. The Eagles 1-0. But let's be honest. Does anyone think they look great against the Cowboys in that 24-20 game? Cowboys could have won that game. I was pretty shocked by how that one played out. So, Nick, we haven't started with you. Let's have you open this one. We have the Eagles. We have the Chiefs. Game in Kansas City. What do you like?
It's funny how the Chiefs are. I don't know if you guys saw. Xavier Worthy is now practicing. Are they trying to tell us that he is going to find a way into this game? Maybe he's a decoy. Maybe he's not. But I think this is the Eagles. I think this is the Eagles game. I think you're going to see a lot more. They're going to try to open up the more passing game as the Chiefs could stop the run. I think you're going to see a lot more Devontae Smith, a lot more A.J. Brown. I think the Eagles win this one.
There we go. Very interesting there. It's something I wanted to bring up as well, that they had Worthy at practice. But if you take a look at the videos and all the pictures of it, he had about 8 pounds of padding on just his shoulder area. Yeah. Maybe it was just to confuse people by them saying, look, he's at practice. You have to game plan for him. But off a with what he went through, I don't think he's going to be able to go this weekend. But interesting there. Great point. Jefe, over to you. What do you got?
I'm taking the Eagles, guys. I think this is just a take the bait type of game, in my opinion.
There we go.
I've been saying it all week. You're either going to put the Chiefs in a teaser and get them to 7.5. You're either going to take the Chiefs on a money line. Vegas is either going to build another Vegas strip off of this game or have to demolish a hotel to pay the receipts. This game is going to be heavy. Last time the Chiefs were a underdog at home. Anybody know? Going around real quick. 3, 2, 1.
No,
It's against Josh Allen and the Bills. Year ago, 2 years back when they faced off around Christmas Day, Bills won that game. They covered as well. Not that is any inclination on this game. I just think the Eagles are a better team. Plus, I think the NFL, who loves storylines, next Sunday, Sunday Night Football, Giants, Chiefs, both 0-2. The last game of Super Bowl ever.
It's also actually going to be Patrick Mahomes versus Jackson Dart in that game. We're not going to do this again, Jefe, but the Giants will be starting Jackson Dart in Week 3. And until I'm going to be so upset on Monday when they announce it's going to be Russell Wilson for the future week. But I'm going to be right.
If that's really what you want, then we should be praying for a 56-3 game.
It's not what I want. It's just what I think is going to happen. And I want to be right. Do I want to be right? Yeah. I've been saying it for 2 weeks. I think it's going to be Week 3. Do I want to be right? Absolutely. Do I think it's the right move? No. But do I think the Giants do anything right? No. But we're not going to talk about the Giants and the Eagles-Chiefs breakdown. I'll go here next, boys. I've heard a lot of Eagles. But I'm on the Chiefs in this spot, at home, backs against the wall, 0-1. They are not going to go 0-2. If this Eagles offense cannot play significantly better, especially in the passing game, the Chiefs are going to win this game, I think, easily. Jalen Hurts his completion rate was very high, 19 of 23, but he only had 152 passing yards. He was the team's leading rusher at 62 yards as well. I mean, it did not look like Saquon was Saquon in that first Eagles game either. Granted, they weren't even playing in this country. I understand a lot of difficulties coming into that one. But in this game, back in Kansas City, with their home fans, down 0-1, I'm not fading Mahomes. I'll tell you that right now, I'm not fading Mahomes. I don't think Worthy's going to play like we talked about, but I do think the Chiefs are absolutely the right side in this game. I'm not teasing them. I'm not doing any of that. I'm taking them on the money line, minus 102. It's exactly what I'm going to be playing in this game. JD, what do you got?
Man, to me, this is just a very interesting game. Because honestly, both teams in Week 1 did not look that great. The Chiefs, I mean, I think that actually Worthy going out as actually early as he did have a lot to do with that. But still, the Chiefs didn't look that great though.
No.
And the Eagles also didn't, especially the Eagles offense. Yep. The play calling was a lot different. It just didn't look right. So I'm not sure if that was just going to be a one game thing there or what. As far as you do have the Chiefs coming back from that game. And then, so as far as just the Eagles not having to, make some crazy long flight and all of that kind of stuff, they actually definitely have an edge there. They even have a small, as actually as far as the rest edge too, yeah, because they played the actual day before there. Man, this is tough, man. I really do think this is a tough game. Everything in me wants to take the Eagles, but I just can't do it currently. That's kind of
good. Let's go. Join my team on this one. Let's go.
As far as actually Worthy, as far as him practicing, yes, he actually was out there. If he does play, I don't think he's going to be able to actually really do much, though.
JD, here's what I'm going to say on my Worthy prediction. If you see that he is active, I don't care what the number is. Take his alt unders on receiving yards. Yeah. I don't care if it's at 11.
Can he move his arm?
He can't get hit. If he gets hit, he's fucked. So
can he catch the ball?
Literally, I don't think so. So that's the one recommendation I would make. If you see him active, hammer alt unders, and that's someone who's on the Chiefs. Back to you, JD.
When it comes down to it, I do think the Eagles are the better team. To me, right now, the Chiefs are. It's kind of like last year, man. They're really close to just a very average team. Just like last year, they could have lost so many of those games.
100%.
And I just don't think they're any better now.
But are the Eagles better is my question, is my back to you on that one. Do you think the Eagles are better than they were? Do you think they might be significantly worse?
and that's why I haven't bet the Eagles yet, because no, the Eagles are not as good as last year. They definitely didn't look as good as far as an actual week one.
I agree.
Just actually, like you said, they could have lost that extra game. I mean, the Cowboys definitely had the chance.
Ooh, I have a little breaking injury news in this game. Kind of important. Dallas Goedert not practicing today. A full do not practice. That means he's probably out. Just broken by Jefe, or not Jefe, from Andrew DiCeccio, who is one of their beat writers at practice who posts all the injury updates. He has not come out to practice at all today. Not doing sideline work. 0 practice for Dallas Goedert.
That's not good, because as far as actually targets, he was definitely a big one in actually week one. Man.
Shipley out with the oblique is not going to go. I'm just going to read DiCeccio's up to date because he's firing right now updates from today's practice, so I think they're relevant for this game. Offensive tackle Cameron Williams has not practiced either for the Eagles, so he will be out.
Yeah,
that's a lot of guys.
This has been a weird one because as the week has gone on, my opinion has basically almost flipped now.
Yeah, because I thought you were going to be I'm going to be honest, going into this, I thought I was on an island here having to defeat all you guys going out on the Chiefs. So I'm surprised by your take on this one, JD.
Yeah, because throughout the week, I've been really looking at the Eagles side, but as the week has gone on here, everything is starting to now make me think, the Chiefs are like I said, I do think the Chiefs are a very average team, but I do think they're better than what they showed last week, though.
Oh yeah, I would agree.
So, yeah, man, it's a big game, and I know that everybody wants to play. Like I said, I have not personally bet this yet, but I am definitely leaning towards the Chiefs side.
Let's go.
And if you would like to make this a cluck bet, I would be happy to be on your side.
Me and you versus Jefe on this one. We're not going to make Pick'em Nick have to come in here and do a cluck bet and make you cluck like a chicken. That's one of the things we do on this show. We will not make you come back to do that. But Jefe, are you in for the cluck bet?
How about this? I'm confident enough to join the cluck bet if you guys want me to.
We do. We would love to have you on the cluck bet. The only problem is you got to be on Jefe's team if he can confirm to us. You're in. All right, we're going to do the thing. You beat me to it. I was going to go put it up. We have our first official cluck bet of the season. We absolutely love that, and I can't wait to see you two boys down there show us your cluckers. Let's go. JD, on this show, we have a couple more things that we do. My voice cracked tremendously there. We have a couple more things we do on this show. First, what we're going to do on this show is going to be our HOF app play of the day. JD, let's bring it up here and see what we got for this weekend slate.
Let's bring it up here. This is the first time that we have had this up with a little 4-man action here.
Yeah, look how cool I look with like the live thing in my eyes. Cool?
I'm sure the viewers can't actually see that though.
I hope they can. I really hope they can.
I don't think they can. Anyway, yes, guys, the Hall of Fame app. I have already been actually through this and found us one, but it's going to be in baseball because actually we're actually going to do one of these every day. So,
yes, sir.
So I did want this to be on something, something we actually did to
wow. Let me tell you something. Joe just made a huge change in his betting, all based on the Goddard news. So if you guys don't know Joe, he's fantastic. Make sure you give him a follow. Lay off the juices, Joe. He's on the show all the time, and he does a lot of work with Moneyball metrics. He's a fantastic capper, so make sure you check him out. But originally, this was at 12:47. He put that he has the Eagles at -3.5 or +135. 4 minutes later, with the Goddard news, he's given 2 points of value for Goddard. And honestly, Joe, I think you're kind of right. I think Goddard's a massive, massive implication on this game.
I would have to.
While he's looking for it, the Kelsey line's interesting. 46.5. Is he washed or not? That's what I want to know. I think we'll learn that this game.
Unfortunately, I do think he's washed. It's not something I would personally take. But what do you think about it, Nick? I mean, I hope he does. I got stuck with having to take
if there's a
Kelsey
game that Kelsey's going to have to show up, it's going to be this game. They got no playmakers. Hollywood Brown, Pacheco didn't look good. Kareem Hunt didn't look good. They're already down Rice and Worthy. So this is a game he's gonna need to at least show up. I think he is washed. So
So do I.
I'm for fun. I might put his 80 plus in like a lotto just for some odds, but it's nothing serious. I would take for real because I do think he's washed.
Wow, the show just got way more beautiful because I put this comment right over Jefe's face. But J-Bo, I agree with you 1,000%. We didn't go over that game today, but the Broncos money line is my favorite play this week.
That defense is serious.
Oh, show just got so much uglier. I apologize, everybody.
All right, guys. For our Hall of Fame prop of the day, we're going to go to the baseball. We're going to take this Betts prop here. We're going to take his over 2.5 hits, runs, plus RBIs, showing a nice 40% edge on this bet. You can get this currently at DraftKings at plus 152. I'm going to pull this up a little further so we can see this here. But you can see this in his last 5 games. He's actually gone over this in actually every game. He has been swinging a hot bat, getting on base, and also getting some runs. In his last 10, he has hit this 8 out of those 10 games.
Love that.
This is a play that definitely really like here. Yeah, guys, that's what we're going to roll with this. As far as a nice, good value play, I think this is definitely one of them. So once again, go ahead.
I have a challenge for you for on Monday for the next show.
Okay.
I like when you find someone that I've never heard of, like that guy who had the triple with the RBI the other day, the rookie that you found a deep prop. I need a deep prop from you, JD, a deep dig in there. So that's my challenge for Monday is you give the people a banger from not the most known baseball player. Because, JD, you find some freaking bangers when you do that, bro. You straight do. And the HOF app is fantastic. We say it on the show all the time, guys. We elected to partner with them because they're the app that we have used before we even partner with them. They are the data company we've used for our bets for almost a year now, to be completely honest with you. So make sure you guys check them out. We have an incredible promotion they are giving all our viewers. JD, what is that promotion?
Yeah, they're giving everybody 50% off plus a 7-day free trial. Try it out, guys. I promise you will love it. And you can get that with promo code ATB50.
What was that promo code again?
ATB50.
ATB50.
And also 50. Or either you can just click the link for it. If you're on actually YouTube, it's right here below us. And if you are on X, it is actually in the show tweet.
All right. Well, gentlemen, that's going to do it for the breakdown today. That's going to do it for the prop of the day. There's only one thing we got to do and go over our best bets for Friday, September 12th for the NFL weekend slate. But before we do, Best Bets is no longer just us. Bets is powered by, sponsored by our great partners over at Funded Stake. Before I tell you guys a little bit more about Funded Stake, JD's cousin Derek will break down before I give a little breakdown.
FundedStake.io, the ultimate platform for sports traders looking to unlock their potential without risking their own money. We're here to help you transform your sports betting skills into a profitable and sustainable business. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Funded Stake gives you the tools and capital to scale your success. Here's how it works. 1. Choose your account. Pick an account size that fits your needs, starting from $1,000 all the way up to $50,000. Your journey starts here. 2. Take the challenge. Hit the profit target while sticking to our risk management rules. For example, with a $10,000 account, aim for $3,300 in profit, place a minimum of 25 sports bets, and maintain the required daily and total loss limits. 3. Get funded. Once you pass the challenge, we'll provide the capital for you to trade. You can keep up to 80% of your profits while we take on all the financial risks. At FundedStake.io, you'll benefit from a fully personalized dashboard where you can monitor your trades, track your challenge progress, and place real-time bets on all major sports leagues. Our platform is built for transparency, ease of use, and performance. With FundedStake.io, you can focus on winning and scaling your success while we cover the risks. No financial stress, just growth and profits. FundedStake.io. Bet smarter, scale faster, win bigger.
Bet smarter, scale faster, win bigger with Funded Stake. Guys, you saw the video there. What's better than using someone else's money? Getting to keep a portion of that money when you win gambling bets. We say it on the show all the time. There is a few things better. There are a few things better in this world than gambling with someone else's money and keeping a portion of the returns, but that ain't nothing we could talk about on the air. It's one of the best things out there, gambling with someone else's money and getting a piece of the return. JD, let's pull up Funded Stake and put in our best bets of the week.
Let's do it. Guys, one quick thing before we put our best bets in. As far as the rewards tab here, when you're on the website, make make sure to go over here, guys, because actually, like when you get points, as far as the challenges, you can actually buy them with points here, and the points are super easy to get, guys. I mean, just like a follow on actually IG gets you 1,500 points. I mean, there are a bunch of these, so that's a very easy way to add up points, and then actually to get extra challenges for free.
There we go. We absolutely love that. Nothing better than rewards points in everything in life. We all like our rewards points. If they get you free challenges here, but fun to take advantage, guys, because it's completely free to go to their Instagram, to go to their Twitter, shoot them a follow. That all gets you points towards your first free challenge. So check it out. It's a fantastic company. But JD, what is your best bet of the week? What are you putting in there? Chiefs money line.
You know what? It's actually a great question.
While you're thinking, you could put the Broncos money line in for me and probably half the people on this panel as well. I think we can all agree that the Broncos need to be in there for this weekend.
I do think that is a good buy low spot there on the Broncos.
The defense is just too good, and let me tell you something. There are several members of this panel that are from the northern New Jersey area. We've all seen enough of Daniel Jones to know that last week was a fluke. He's not going to do it against the Denver Broncos offense. There's no way.
He got the ball in favorable spots too.
I am going to go to this Ravens game here. I know our play last week on the Ravens did not go so well, but we're going to go back to them here, guys. We're going to go Ravens in the first half, minus 6.5 points. They're going to come out in this first half pissed off. They are the much better team, and they are going to show it here, and they're going to win the first half by at least a touchdown.
There we go. Let's go Ravens. Let's go Ravens.
Nick,
what do you got? We only need one from you. We can do player props, sides, totals.
Player props.
Anything you want.
I think the Lions. We're gonna go Jahmyr Gibbs over 67. What's the line over here? I don't know.
Let's see what we got. Good thing about Funded Stake is you could take alt lines. They have basically everything. So JD will pull it up here. Nobody asked JD to spell Jahmyr because I don't know if we'll get there. I don't know if I would get there either. But if you put Gibbs in there, you can find it.
What's his rushing yards?
We can get 68 and a half at minus 114.
Yeah, I like that. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have a bounce back game here. I think the whole Lions team will have a bounce back game, especially against a Bears team that just the Bears.
They're the Bears. The Bears are like the Jets, bro. It's the same thing every freaking year. The Bears and the Jets, they put them in the same boat. All right, Hefferoni Bacon Burger. What do you got?
Well, I could give you guys my POD, which is the Cowboys, but I feel like that's a cop-out because I already said that. My dog of the week, I'm going with the Patriots. I think the Dolphins will play better, but I think Patriots defensively will do enough to make Tua confused, which is not hard to do.
Who has the better quarterback, Drake May or Tua? I'll ask you that.
The Patriots have the better quarterback.
Correct answer.
And the quarterback with just the better equilibrium and just the quarterback with just the better, just honestly understanding of routes and just normal dynamics. I think the Dolphins have a big problem on their hands. I don't think they'll look as bad as they did last week, but I'm taking the Patriots as my dog of the week. That's not my pick, though. My pick for this one.
Okay, well,
JD's gonna kill you. You just
because I just put it in.
Guess what, Jefe? Best bet is the Patriots from Jefe Picks. His favorite pick of the year.
Hey, you have to stick with it now.
Favorite pick of the year, baby. Anything else you want to add, Jefe? We'll allow a second best bet. If there's another one you look, equally as much, maybe.
Well, no, I mean, I have three player props from games that we didn't touch on. One of them is this game. I like Kashawn Boot over, I think it's 52.5 receiving yards.
It's called Boot, bro.
Oh, sorry, 42.5 receiving yards. Boot. Booty. I don't think that's how you say it.
That's absolutely how you say it.
Yeah.
The guy from the Patriots?
Yeah.
Booty? Yeah. I was like, who's butt?
Yeah, right?
41.5. Look, we spoke about it earlier, kind of with Terry McLaurin. I don't know if anybody noticed. Stephon Diggs looked pretty damn slow in week 1. He's going to take a little bit coming off an ACL at his age to get back into game shape. Booty proved to be wide receiver 1 for them. Hunter Henry also, by the way, played really well, but I think this line is really good for them at 41.5 against a Dolphin defense that, I mean, did the Dolphins even come to play defense? But my favorite, I got 2 other props. Marvin Harrison, 55.5 receiving yards for the Cardinals. He might have the sophomore year that we thought would more look like his rookie year. He's
high in the Marv train?
I'm on the Marv train. I mean, are you not? He's playing the freaking Panthers.
If Kyler could throw an accurate ball, I'm on the Marv train as well.
I mean, 55.5 receiving yards, I feel like it's kind of low. I feel like you're only going to get those types of numbers for another 2 weeks.
He's so electric.
Before his over-under is going to be in the 70s, right? So
yeah.
I like that. And then another one that I think is just a sneaky one because of a trade that happened. Tank Bigsby is an Eagle. Tank Bigsby not only split carries with Etienne, but got a lot of the receiving work. Well, he gone. Give me Travis Etienne over 15.5 receiving yards. My sneaky best prop.
I like that. Going with another running back over in
Jaguars. Why am I blanking? Jaguars are Bengals, right? It's going to be one of those 2 games. It's going to be the typical freaking game where we think the Bengals are going to finally win by double digits, and for some reason,
close that line. That line's
game in the 4th quarter, right? For no reason whatsoever. Either way, I think Etienne has to be a big part of the Jaguars' game plan, whether it's a close game or not a close game. And I'm more comfortable taking the receiving yards being as low as they are instead of the rush. Yeah. So that's my favorite one. Etienne Jr. over 15.5 receiving yards.
There we go.
Another prop I like is Zay Flowers. I think this is Zay Flowers. I think he's gonna have a really big season. I was all over him on fantasy. I was getting him in like the 5th round in some of these. I think he's gonna have a big year. And as you saw the first game, they were targeting him. I think with everyone focusing on Lamar and Derrick Henry run game, I think it's just Zay Flowers is their go-to guy when they're passing the ball.
I actually tend to agree with you on that. I don't know how that game is going to go because the Browns always play the Ravens tough. But I think Zay can get his. I would look at receptions and yards, honestly.
All right. Do you want to quickly pull that up, JD? See if there's any we want to put in there before we get off the show for the week. Thomas likes the Jags 3.5. My boy Thomas. That doesn't sound like my boy Thomas. Who has
Brian Thomas Jr.
I'll be honest with you.
Phone, bro.
It wouldn't blow me away if the Jaguars went into Cincinnati and won. I would just be like, yeah, that makes sense. That's what the Bengals do in the first 4 weeks of the season. They lose stupid effing games every single year.
I think they win, don't cover. So I don't mind the Jags plus 3.5. It's going to be another last-second field goal situation.
Yeah, win, don't cover is so on brand for them. They are a disgusting team to take.
I mean, the Jaguars have some serious playmakers now.
They do. You're not wrong.
It's just more so can Trevor be consistent. It might even be a shootout because the Bengals are going to put up points.
That's what I think it's going to be.
The Jaguars don't really have a defense or something that you have to, worry about.
I mean, wait, Nick, hold on. I know they didn't play, the Super Bowl, even a playoff team in the Carolina Panthers, but Jags defense kind of going to play.
So did 90% of their
Bryce Young. Come on, man. Bryce Young.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just laying like.
No, I agree.
I mean, shit on it.
I agree. But now you're versing Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Chase Brown,
right,
Joe Burrow. These guys.
I'm with you, Nick.
Freaking clamped by the Browns. Absolutely clamped. Jamar Chase.
It is the first game. First couple of weeks.
If this was a one-time occurrence, I'd be like, yeah, man, the Bengals are going to crush this week. We just saw this shit last year, literally the same exact thing, except they lost week 1 last year, but somehow, because the Browns going to make a fucking field goal to save their goddamn
Or an extra point.
Won.
Yeah, but who's gonna guard Jamar? Who's gonna guard T. Higgins? I
don't think they have the pieces to do in this game. I think we see a much better Bengals performance, and I'm pretty confident they are able to get the win. You know how I think about it, boys, and it's very simple, and then I'll shut up. Which quarterback's going to fuck up? Who's going to have the interception? Who's going to blow this game? And to me, that's going to be Lawrence 9 out of 10 times. I think he's the one who's going to make the mistake. He's the one who has a really bad offensive line as well. And I think that he is going to have 2 to 3 interceptions, which will be the difference in the ball game.
The difference in the ball game is this offense has to look like well, they played with each other for the last 4 years. I mean, there's nobody new. I don't understand. We've been talking about, Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels, their timing was off. Diggs and May, their timing was off. This Bengals freaking team has been the same goddamn offense for 5 seasons. Figure it the fuck out. What rhythm? Matter of fact, longer. Those two motherfuckers went to college together.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No,
JD.
All right, guys. Yeah, really, really fast here, guys. We have over 1,400 people live here with us. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the chat. But actually, really quick, everybody go around. What is your favorite play of the week? What's your dog of the week? And what is your favorite teaser leg?
All right, I'll go first. I already did it. It's the Cowboys. It's the Patriots. It's the Bills on the teaser -0.5. Last week, lost my dog of the week, Texans, because they didn't know how to keep the ball in their goddamn hands. By the way, nobody's ever said this in the hot take. Landman, possible best name in football. Just going to drop that right there.
I'm with that. I'm with you 100%. All right, did you give your teaser leg?
Yeah, Bills.
Okay. Nick, are you ready with your 14 picks?
So we're going our favorite play, or like I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I have to take the Cowboys on this one.
Dog of the week?
Dog of the week, I am probably going to lean. This is an interesting one. I'm probably gonna go either. I'm gonna go with the Falcons here. I think JJ McCarthy. It was against the Bears. I think the Falcons are gonna use the tape, and I think they're gonna come in and win on Monday Night Football.
There we go. And then favorite teaser leg.
Favorite teaser leg. I will probably. Let's see, teaser leg. I'll probably buy the Ravens down. I know there's all different types of teasers. What would that take you? It depends, I guess, on 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably after that, they're going to come out pissed. I know it's against Ravens-Browns, but this Ravens team needs to, blow them out.
All right, and then the final question for you, Nick. Last 4 of your social. I'm just kidding. I'll go through mine. Next, favorite pick of the week. Favorite pick of the week. By far, Denver Broncos on the money line, guys, -120. I think they're going to have an absolutely massive performance. Dog of the week, I'm going to those Patriots. I do think they beat the Dolphins as well. I know that's a bit of a but I do think they are going to win that game, and they should have no problem doing so. Favorite teaser leg is interesting because I don't like to tease 6.5 lines, 7 lines. I'd rather just take a money line parlay. But if you want to do a teaser and you're looking to find a leg, I think the Bills at a -6.5 is a perfect teaser leg for you. You can get them at a 0.5 point if you do a 6-point teaser, so they just have to win the game. I'm taking the Bills in a money line parlay, but if you like them and you need a second leg for a teaser, I would definitely like that spot because it comes out to a money line parlay basically anyway. JD, what do you got before we get the fuck out of here? I'm getting hungry.
For teaser leg, give me the Lions. I definitely like.
Oh, that's a sexual ass pick, man. I love that. Wow.
I like
Good.
the
I like that. That is sexual as fuck. Yes.
Then for the dog of the week, y'all are not gonna like this, but give me the Jets. I actually like
the Giants.
No,
Fucking weirdo. What is wrong with you? Get this guy off camera. Somebody drug test this man.
I am going to be
After
taking.
I give you all that love on your Lions fund, you drop the Jets on me. By the way, I'm going to the game.
Oh shit!
Really?
Okay.
All right, Hefe's going to go live all game to show our
Then-
viewers what it's
I
like.
mean,
my favorite-
player's a diehard Bills fan. They only come here once a year.
It's true.
Yeah, and then for my favorite play of the week, give me a Cowboys and the Rams money line parlay.
I don't mind it there. Well,
I'm shocked
gentlemen.
none of you guys took Cardinals on a teaser at home. It would have been pretty much a money line over the Panthers.
Yeah, but I'm in the boat that I think the Panthers are better than what they showed in the first week, and those are 2 teams I need to see a little bit more of. Just 2 teams I need to see a little bit more of. Gentlemen, it's been absolutely fantastic having you on today. We have to give a huge shout out to Pick'em Nick, who came on, gave out the bets, was fantastic with us. We really appreciate you, bro. Guys, if you don't already follow Pick'em Nick, you can see there. That is what his @ is on X. Make sure you guys follow him. And if you've been here in the stream, shoot him a DM if you're interested in his VIP picks and his Discord. He's got an exclusive promo if you're tuned in today. So make sure you guys follow Nick, shoot him a DM, get in his Discord, and continue cashing with the boys. He's a very good friend of the show. Nick, we're going to definitely have to have you back on, bro. It's been an absolute pleasure. Anything you want to add before we finish out our roundups of goodbyes?
No, this was awesome. It was a pleasure being out with you guys. Thank you for guys having me on, and I hope to do this soon again.
Absolutely, bro. You've been fantastic. JD, you weren't as fantastic, but I still love you. Any parting words for the people before we do the thing with the thing?
Yeah, man, it was a fun show. It was definitely fun to have everybody on, and definitely to have Nick on. Yeah, it was a fun show, and I think we all gave out some good plays. Yeah.
Jefe, before JD does the thing, any parting words? And enjoy the Bills game, bro. Didn't realize you were going. Tell the missus I say hello and enjoy the game.
Yeah. Here, I got one for you.
Oh, boy.
We're going to do.
Oh, you have one thing you have to talk about.
What?
Hold on. Let me quickly. Give me 1 second. I got to find it.
I'm nervous because I think I know. There's no way I'm going Let me tell you something. Fuck the NFL because there's only really one motherfucking thing that fucking matters, baby. Malcolm Brogdon is a New York motherfucking Knick. What the fuck does that matter? Y'all motherfuckers is fucked. What happened to the Knicks last time? Our bench was short. Now we deep. We really deep. All right?
Malcolm Brogdon makes the difference.
Yes.
Yes.
Talking about Hart. We are deep. Baby. We're loaded. We're ready to fucking go. Clarkson, bang. 6th man of the year, bang. JB, bang. OG, Hart. Brunson, Bridges, we back championship. I'm done. Bye.
No Carl Anthony Towns. Okay, that was fantastic.
JD, do what you do and get me the fuck out of here, brother.
Man,
I'm so pumped, Brogdon, man. I forgot about that for a second.
Week 2 into the NFL, he said, "Fuck the NFL, we have the NBA."
We here,
I
baby.
was
Training
not
camp
ready
starts
for
soon.
that.
I'm fucking ready.
Sorry, that popped in my head, JD. I had to do it.
Definitely was not ready for that one. Yeah, guys, I hope everybody has a great weekend. We have a great day at college ball tomorrow, and then a great slate on Sunday. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the viewers. We have over 1,500 now actually live here. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, there's only one thing left to do, guys. Let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys next
Let's go,
week
guys.
on Monday to recap a huge week. Thank you again, Nick. And everybody, let's cash the fuck out. Peace out.